There was a time when I believed that editing was everything, that the more effects I added, the more professionals my video would look, that the more motion graphics I threw in, the more engaging my content would be, or that a high energy animated intro would hook people instantly. But over time, I learned that more editing doesn't always mean better videos. In fact, in most cases, it just made things worse. It made my workflow slower and my videos harder to watch. So, in this video, I want to share why I completely changed how I edit my talking head videos. I have stripped things down, simplified, and removed everything that doesn't serve the core idea, and I have never felt peace while editing. Well, let me explain. When I started this YouTube channel, every single video began with a flashy logo reveal intro. I used sound effects for every little thing, and even if there was nothing else going on in the video, there was always background music. I thought doing all this would make my videos look professional and give my channel a solid brand identity. But the truth is that nobody cares about your logo intro. Viewers are not here to watch you flex your logo animation skills. They are here to get information and value. And if you make them wait for even 10 seconds, chances are they'll click away. When I looked at my YouTube analytics, I realized that more than half of my viewers were dropping off before the intro even ended. So without thinking twice, I completely stopped using that intro. Now I jump straight to the topic. I don't greet the viewers. I don't tell them who I am or what I do. And I don't even ask them to like or subscribe before I have actually given them any value. And soon enough, my retention rate went up. People stayed longer because I respected their time, and this idea of respecting the viewer's time became the core philosophy behind everything I changed. Next came the text animations. In my videos, whenever I said something important, I would display that keyword on the screen with a super fancy text animation. At first, I thought it looked really impressive, but I quickly realized that constantly showing text like that was a bit distracting for the viewers. Now I keep text animations super simple. I only use them when it really feels necessary. Just a clean professional looking text that appears on screen, sits for a moment and then fades out. I started using this approach because if you need editing tricks to hold your viewers' attention, it probably means you have already lost their focus. And that brings me to B-rolls. Look, I have nothing against B-rolls. In fact, they add variety to your videos. But the problem was that I used to add a B-roll for every little thing. Literally one every after few seconds. Over time, I realized that the purpose of a B-roll is to support your message or information, not to constantly cover your face just because you don't like how you look or sound while talking. These days, I only use B-rolls when it genuinely adds clarity or impact. If I am explaining an editing technique, I'll show a screen recording, and if I need to explain a concept, I try to illustrate it using simple animations made in After Effects, but no more throwing in random stock footage just for the sake of holding retention. Now, this one might be a bit controversial, but I have stopped using background music in most of my talking head videos. In fact, the video you are watching right now doesn't have any music in the background either. But it wasn't always like this. I used to think that every video needed a lo-fi beat playing under my voice. I believe that without music, viewers would get bored. But the mistake I was making was trying to apply the logic of a story-driven video or a movie to a talking head video. Just think about it. You are sitting in front of a friend, having a conversation, and every time you speak, there's background music playing. Feels kind of weird, right? When I looked at some of my previous videos with background music, I realized that the music didn't add anything. If anything, it made it harder to focus on the words. There's a psychological thing that happens when music and speech fight for attention. Even if the music track's volume is low, your brain is subconsciously processing both streams of audio, and that creates a cognitive load. Now imagine your viewer is already trying to understand your point. Maybe they are multitasking, or maybe English is in their first language, and now you have added music on top. You are just making it harder for them. Ever since I stopped using music, I genuinely feel like my videos have started to feel more intimate. Without background music, I can control my pacing however I want. I can take pause whenever I need to. And the best part is, I no longer have to spend hours searching for the perfect soundtrack. To be honest, most viewers don't even notice the absence of music because what they truly care about is your ability to deliver your ideas clearly and confidently. And just like music, a lot of viewers don't really care about your editing either. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't pay attention to editing. Good editing is definitely important for making a good video. But when it comes to talking head videos, if you are spending 12 hours editing a 6-minute video, I think it's time to reconsider your approach. A while ago, the concept of retention editing was trending on YouTube. Editors were using all kinds of effects, transitions, and motion graphics to try and keep viewers engaged. And I tried that in my videos too. But in my case, I realized that it didn't really make much of a difference in retention or engagement. So I shifted my focus to simpler editing. I started paying more attention to scripting, delivering naturally, making clean cuts, using minimal graphics, and ensuring crystal clear audio. Doing this has actually improved my retention rate. But more importantly, my videos now truly feel like real talking head videos. It's just me, my thoughts, my ideas, and you, the viewer, watching and listening. And honestly, that's exactly how a talking head video should be. And the biggest benefit I have got from this is that my entire video creation workflow has become at least 10 times faster. Now I can write, shoot, edit, and publish a video in just 2 to 3 days. And let's be honest, speed and consistency are super important if you want to grow on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying everyone should follow my minimal editing approach, but when it comes to talking head videos, where the main focus is your voice, your face, and your ideas, over editing can do more harm than good. So if you are someone who spends too much time making your videos look perfect, this is what I want you to do. Try making your next video with no background music and very minimal editing. Just you, your voice, and your message. Focus on your delivery. Write a solid script. Speak with clarity and edit cleanly. You will be surprised by how much better your videos feel, because in the end, simplicity isn't laziness. It's confidence. Confidence in your ideas. Confidence in your ability to communicate without gimmicks. Confidence that what you are saying matters. If this video helped you in any way, then do hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel, as it helps me keep going. Also, do take a look at this video where I share a few practical ways to help you fix your fear of talking on camera, because let's face it, creating talking head videos is hard when you are not even comfortable in front of the camera.